And all over the floor, you can see each player preparing for the game ahead, pushing out distractions and getting into the zone. Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action. The physicality of the NBA, Grant, it does come along with the risk of injury. These two teams can attest to that.
Yeah, B.A., that is so true. Injuries on both sides. Now, each team looking for their role players to step up. The best team at filling those gaps will likely be your winner tonight.
And MP recently made a statement that on any given night, he's hyper-focused on beating his primary matchup. Sounds like he's got something to prove.
And truthfully, MP has looked like he's just on another level in recent matchups, outperforming his opponent and excelling in his position. In terms of rising to the challenge he set for himself, this may have been the focus MP needed to take his game to the next level.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. The perimeter pair, it's White and Brown. Horford at the 4 with Porzingis at the 5. And it's Holiday in at the 1. From deep. On target from range.
That's how you do it. Nice catch and shoot from Drew.
And how about Jaylen Brown, Richard? Named to his first All-NBA team in 2023. A very important piece to him.
NBA, what timing. It made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax. At the time, it was the largest contract in NBA history. And how did he follow it up? He won the Larry Bird Award as the best player in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
Here's MP. That shot off the mark.
A cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
Holiday passes to Porzingis. And here's Brown. Playing the Clippers, he was nearly unstoppable. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
You won't find a much better screen and roll partner than Porzingis. He can score in so many different ways off that set.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. I asked him, what makes Kristaps Porzingis such a great player? He said, look at him. He's over 7 feet. He's just a huge guy. Kristaps has serious skill on offense, and defensively that size can really be a factor. He's a two-way problem. It'll be interesting to see how they play him tonight.
Thank you for that, Allie. Russell, that's good.
Well, it took them 5 tries, but they showed they can make a basket, I guess.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Brown scanning the floor. No good from outside. Lakers trail by 5. Here's MP. Man, a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
Yeah, some gritty stuff there by MP. Now, he knew he was going to get hit.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling into the story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks, guys. The Lakers this summer signing first-time head coach J.J. Redick. He's a veteran of 15 seasons, and the sharpshooter's rise in broadcasting had been meteoric. The Lakers really want Redick to be their long-term head coach, but the question, with an aging superstar in LeBron, how much patience will exist in L.A. for Redick learning on the job?
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Okay, Shams, thank you. Now here's MP. Looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game. Here's the teardrop. Tries again. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Russell.
And it's so tough guarding Porzingis. That's why they call him.
Russell's got the ball here for the Lakers. And following this one, they hit the road to challenge the Warriors at Chase Center in San Francisco. That'll commence a long trip on the road, 6 games total. Russell and Reeves teaming up in the backcourt. James is out there with MP, and it's Wood in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. Outside, Brown. Drills the elbow jumper. Brown's gotten his second bucket.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown. It is just another weapon in his arsenal now.
Here's Bryant on the take. Outside Reeves. Pass to James. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Here's Walker. Shot clock at 5. Lets it fly. No good from the wing. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's MP. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
And they're winning, but it hasn't been because of him. He can't throw it in the ocean so far.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Graham. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Al Horford's checked in for Boston. Drew Holiday comes in for Walker. Pass to Holiday. And here's Brown for 3. Rebound, the Lakers.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
From deep, MP. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And the MP is one of those guys you just love watching because he plays with such confidence, hunger, and a smile.
Well, RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason. What's it like off the floor?
I don't need your quips, BA, but it is crazy. You get a phone call and bam, you can move across the country. And while it's hard on you, you understand it comes with playing in this league and having this job.
Pass to Brown. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another thing they're doing right early on tonight is attacking the offensive glass. Just outworking the defense and winning second chances at the hoop.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Wizards put on a show. He had 36 points, and he made a significant contribution.
believe, baby. The stars are out. Sing us up the spike for me.
We'll be giving out $10 so please come early. Reminder fans, we hope you're in for trading card sale. The first $10 fans will be with us. We'll report a trading card sale. Arrive early at the fan zone and get them signed by Lakers Bureau. Lakers fans, coming up.
Welcome to the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. What a beautiful Tuesday evening it is, folks. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for MP.
Over the last 10 games, he's been on an absolute tear, finding all kinds of ways to be a thorn in the opposition's side, just working on offense and getting the looks he wants out there.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Utah Jazz. George and Sexton in the backcourt. Filipowski out there with Green. And it's Markkanen in at the small forward position. And for the Lakers, Russell and Reeves teaming up in the backcourt. MP is out there with James. And it's Wood in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So this is the first of 2 consecutive games between these two doors. You expect much of a feeling out period?
You know, I don't know, Brian, but what I think is you always stay true to your habits immediately. Do you guys understand who we are and how we win? Are we a defensive-first oriented team? If that's the case, you come out and set that tone right from the outset. Game 2, then you worry about adjustments.
And while MP is all about team success, he's trying to win his matchup every single night with an eye towards showing that perhaps he's been underrated.
And truthfully, MP has looked like he's just on another level in recent matchups, outperforming his opponent and excelling in his position. In terms of rising to the challenge he set for himself, this may have been the focus MP needed to take his game to the next level.
Takes it inside.
That's MP with some bad intentions on his way to the cup.
Now Sexton, looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers. Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
On offense, here's Utah. 6-point game. It's George with the drive. Pass to Sexton. There's a screen over Reeves. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
This guy has got a variety of scoring moves. Colin Sexton keeps the opposition guessing.
Here's Bryant. Can't get it. Now 3 of 4.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Markkanen from long range. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick, and I took the time to ask him about his strategy for Lauri Markkanen, and he said, we know he's going to hit big shots and be physical on the floor, but we're going to make him work for everything tonight. I hope we can test every shot that he takes. Hope and hard work. Can't ask for more than that, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
Hendricks has checked in for Green.
You know, so far, I'm pretty impressed with MP's attitude. He doesn't seem like a young hothead. He knows he's got a lot of work to do on his game.
Now here's Sexton over Reeves. And again, it's Utah.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, He can carry your offense for long stretches.
Here's James. Here's Bryant going inside. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Yeah, terrific take by MP. He's just punishing them on the drive.
Outside Sexton. Pass to Filipowski. Marking it outside. From the arc. Wood grabs the board. Los Angeles leading by 4.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. A minute 35 left in the first quarter. Sexton against Reeves. Here's Hendricks. It's Markkanen on the wing. Pass to Hendricks. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Sexton. And it's MP with a rebound. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City where they beat the Jazz.
Last time these teams met, it came down to the wire. That bench play in that game was the difference.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
Pass to Hendricks. 4-3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
That's just great recognition from your big man, right? Markkanen is going to find the open teammate and put it on time and on target. I love this guy's passing skills.
Now here's Russell. No points so far. Now Wood. On the wing, MP. And MP throws it down hard.
Boy, the explosive finish at the cup by MP. He might have surprised himself, folks.
Pass to Filipowski. James against Sexton. Here's George. They set the pick. There's the 3. No good that time. Los Angeles leading by 7. James passes to MP. And so it's MP making things happen for Los Angeles. He was dominant this quarter, scoring in bunches. We'll be right back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
So the Utah 5 right now. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Patrick Mills. Then it's Kenrich Williams. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Hendricks in at the 3. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Pacers delivered quite a performance. He added 33 points, and he was very efficient from the field. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Collier, he's checked in for Utah. Pass to Hendricks. Outside, Green. Here's Collier, guarded by Russell. Back to Green, from behind the arc. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. MP's got 4 rebounds now. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Oh, ripped away. Here's Hendricks. Hachimura covering. Pass to Collier. Here's Clarkson. There's the triple. Hits the three-pointer. Clarkson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, give Jordan Clarkson a ton of credit. He has worked tirelessly on this shot.
Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they had the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
One thing they've been able to do in the first half is control the ball.
So it's Los Angeles in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a...
What's different about MP compared to other rookies? No hesitation. He knows what he can do, and then he does it.
Very focused, very competitive. Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Lakers.
I mean, when you go inside.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. Just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
All right, time for an injury report.
Hey guys, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for the Jazz. The bad news is he has a sprained ankle and they're hoping that the swelling will go down. And this team really needs him. They aren't the deepest squad in the NBA, so we'll see how they move forward, Brian.
All right, Allie, thanks. Well, we're all hoping he gets healthy quickly, guys.
Yes, we do. And these trainers are so good at what they do. Hopefully they'll be able to get him back on the court soon.
Russell and Reeves teaming up in the backcourt. James is out there with Christian Wood, and it's Bryant in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, guys, Lauri Markkanen had said all along he was content to stay in Utah. And after signing a contract extension, he remains with the Jazz. He turns 28 in May, so he's just entering his prime. There's plenty of runway left if the Jazz think he can guide them back to the playoff mix. And with the timing of when Markkanen signed his extension, he is not trade eligible during this season.
Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams.
I mean, do you think a little or even a big bump is stopping LeBron? His determination is part of what makes him a future Hall of Famer.
George against Russell. Sweet little floater. George has gotten 4 this quarter.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
MP drives in. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
MP is cooking right now, and folks, this is exactly what we expected from this young man.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. For 3, Sexton drills it from deep. Sexton's got 11.
Well, this is what you call finding angles to come off in the catch-and-shoot situation. Nice job by Colin Sexton.
For 3, James. He drops it from range.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pass to Filipowski. Bryant against Markkanen. And here's Sexton. Just 5 on the clock. Over James. And Bryant pulls it down. Bryant's got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Pass to Wood. Now here's Russell. Back to Bryant. Oh, look at MP doing his thing down there.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Outside, Green. Here's Sexton. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. MP's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by James. Jazz trail by 21. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth. They've got Jordan Clarkson, and it's Juzang in a 2-guard. No good on the triple.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged the bullet there.
He's making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
With the 10-footer, Juzang, no good.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
LeBron, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. Williams is checked in for Utah. Oh, MP with a block. And it's going to be out of bounds with the Jazz retaining possession. Some changes for Los Angeles. Connects checked in for MP. Lewis comes in. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence.
That one.
Being an all-star as a rookie is really hard. MP deserves it, though. He's a really good player.
MP got the job done tonight, as usual.
everyone. Thanks for joining us for the NBA Rising Stars Challenge. Get ready for some thrilling end-to-end action as the best first and second-year players in the NBA do battle on the hardwood. Alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan.
And Kevin, you talked about some thrills being in store for us tonight. These young guys are all capable of making a spectacular play at any given time. And I got a feeling we'll see plenty of them here tonight.
Absolutely.
Well, without question. I mean, if this game has taught us anything over the last few years, over the years in general, it's there isn't a highlight reel big enough to capture all of the incredible high-flying action.
Now the starting group for the sophomores. Wembanyama is out there with Asar Thompson. Then there's Brandon Miller. Then it's Thompson, and it's Henderson in at the point.
And guys, since this game started back in '94, this has been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fans.
Now here's Bryant. Pass to Dillingham. Back to Bryant. Just 5 to shoot. The rookies need to get a shot off here. Basket, good. This really has become one of the signature events of All-Star Weekend. I know you love it, Greg. It gets everyone into the mood for all the festivities that are soon to come.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's such a great way for these young players to show off some of the fancy moves that they wouldn't even dare to attempt in a regular season game.
Here's Thompson following the basket by MP. The three buries the long-range jumper.
And there's no question he was going to be playing in this game because as far as a first or second year player goes, he's about as impactful as any in the league.
That's exactly right. I mean, he's quickly become one of his team's most important players. For most guys, that can take years, but it's happened really fast for him.
And Greg, what about MP? For the first time, he's been named an All-Star reserve.
And I couldn't be happier for the young man. He deserves it. A testament to his work ethic. And, man, what a player he's become. And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional career.
Now here's Bryant. And he hits it to tie the game up.
And we haven't seen very much of him in the regular season yet. But there's no question he's got a very bright future ahead of him.
I agree with all of that. Even with limited playing time, his talent has been evident. And that talent is strong enough to have earned him a spot in this game. And that says a lot considering he doesn't play a bunch for his team.
Here's Henderson. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Holland, he's checked in for the rookies. Reza Shea is coming in for Castle. And a change for the sophomores. George is checked in. Now, here is George. Thompson sets the pick for George. And Sarr pulls it down. You brought the big stage these young guys are on tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still, just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers.
And that one's good. Wembanyama.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
This is his first free throw of the game.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
And the rookie's making a change here. Shepard's checked in. And then for the sophomores. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Cam Whitmore comes in for Thompson. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Henderson. MP with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Here's MP. And MP throws it down hard.
To say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
And here's George for three. It's hauled in by MP.
As his career unfolds, I mean, MP's ability to get to the line will be huge.
The rookies have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And the first one at the line is good. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for the sophomores.
Substitution on the court.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Well, I love MP's mindset. His approach to the game mentally is really impressive. I mean, guys always are chirping at him, but he maintains his composure and doesn't get rattled at all.
Now here's Bryant, and stolen by Miller. Pass to George. Here's the teardrop, and the rejection by MP. The sophomore's making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. .27 seconds left here in the first quarter.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we see.
Oh, Clark!
Oh, my goodness! Are you kidding me?
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Outside, George. To the left wing. And a wide open look for Whitmore. And nothing is falling for him right now. And that does it for the first quarter. Rookies on top, up 7. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And it's time to get back into it at the Rising Stars Challenge. A night none of these young players will ever forget, I'm sure.
Oh, to be young and athletic. Just a ton of energy out there on the floor tonight.
Yeah, you know, like we see every year, these young guys are super excited to be playing in this game. And that excitement comes out onto the court.
On the court for the sophomores as the second quarter gets underway. Whitmore is out there with G.G. Jackson. Then there's Amen Thompson. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's George in at the 1.
A little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Shot clock at 6.
And now...
Yes, sir.
That was incredible.
Oh, man. You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Thompson outside. There's a good screen. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Yeah, you wouldn't know they're the team's failing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Walter, he's checked in for Shepard. Pajemski, he's checked in for the sophomores. In the corner, it's Whitmore. And he's good on the 3-ball. Whitmore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Bryant outside. MP. Oh, MP slamming it down.
Yeah, and the number of slams here we're seeing tonight off the charts.
Somebody forgot to tell these guys the dunk contest is on a different night.
George against Carter. And it goes down 2 points.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
On the wing, MP. Whitmore defending. Here's Bryant. Here he goes. And MP throws it down hard.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we could add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
George looking around. Back to Jackson. And a miss there on the triple.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
And yes, it's good.
Boy, he's definitely got a shoot-first mindset right now, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and that's not always endearing to your teammates, if you ask me. I mean, this is a game where everybody wants a piece of that spotlight. It shouldn't just be about him.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Sauter's checked in for the rookies. Dillingham comes in for Carter. And a new group in here for the sophomores. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Thompson comes in for Jackson. Miller's checked in for Brandon Bajemski. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Keontae George. Pass to Whitmore. Thompson outside. Wembanyama sets a screen for Thompson. Thompson is doubled. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Henderson with it. Hasn't made one yet. Miller the pass to Henderson. Now Wembanyama. Thompson right side. Over Sarr. Thompson misses. Miller against MP. 46 seconds left in the first half of the game. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
He won't miss many from there. Wembanyama.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Here's MP. Rebound by sophomores. Henderson looking it over. Pass to Whitmore. Henderson outside. Fires for three. Oh, he gets it to go. Wow.
It counts. And the triple tightens this game up going into the break. Should be a really exciting second half.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Rookies lead by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
They're measuring up the shot.
Welcome back to this showcase of the amazing young talent in the NBA, the Rising Stars Challenge.
And it's not hard to tell just how much fun these young guys are having out there tonight.
That's exactly right. And the same goes for the fans. I mean, they're having a blast, too. What a terrific event this has been.
They've got Sarr. Dillingham is out there with Castle. And there's Bryant. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. And here's MP for three. He can't get that one to fall. Thompson outside. Thompson sets the pick for Thompson. Henderson outside. Miller against MP. From the top of the key. They get it again. Thompson passes to Thompson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Bryant. Takes it inside and finish off by Bryant.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
MP rattling the rim.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Henderson dishes to Thompson. Pass to Henderson. Three-pointer. Rookies with the rebound. MP's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Fader on the way. Thompson with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Wembanyama right side. And here's Miller outside. Rebound, rookies.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
MP, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Miller. And it's 9 points now in the game from Asar Thompson. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And the rookies with some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Song. Reza Shea is coming in for Castle. And Shepard subbed in for Dillingham. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for the sophomores. George comes in for Henderson. Thompson with the rebound.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. And it's now only a 1-point rookie lead.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
Could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
Pass to Miller. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Out to Carter. Bryant looking it over. There's the try. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to George. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter of the game. Misses in close. And it's rookie's ball. It's a 1-point game. MP powers through the contact inside.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
On the wing, George. Thompson outside. Thompson right side. Driving in. Rookies with the rebound. Bryant's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Now it's a 5-point rookie lead.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Now here is George. High arcing shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. George has got his second best.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Rookies ahead. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime.
It's the fourth quarter. Down and make some noise.
And the sophomores with a whole new 5 on the floor. So on the floor for the sophomores, we've got Scoot Henderson. Thompson is out there with Wembanyama. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Miller in at the 3, a small forward.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Bryant, a screen on Henderson. Takes a 3. Dillingham with the bucket. Dillingham's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Down low, here's Wembanyama. Rebound, rookies. They've led by as many as 11 points. MP outside. Pass to Castle. Ryan up top. 5 to shoot. To the hoop, and MP throws it down hard.
And I would have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
Henderson outside. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. Misses off the left iron.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
And MP throws it down hard.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roof.
With the drive. Fades away. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. And the sophomores with possession here. They trail by 11. And it's Miller with the jam. Here's Dillingham. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Thompson with the rebound. And the sophomores with possession. For 3, Henderson gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Height and good floor vision make Thompson an effective playmaker.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul.
And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he misses the second one as well, so he's 0 for 2 that time. Henderson, no one around him. Places one from 3.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, and both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those three.
Now a timeout called by the sophomores. They're down by 5. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Six seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
And the rookies call time here. Guys, what's your take?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Yeah, I'm not sure they needed this timeout, quite honestly. Perhaps a water break?
And so the rookies take the win.
I can't say enough about how well all these young men competed here tonight. A great show for the fans and a clear picture of Jeff.
Let's go. MP about to tear the roof off.
MP's about to tear it up. What's up, MP?
Mama, there goes that man.
The first player, Shaden Sharp. in the house.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. We've got Stephen Curry, MP out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 spot.
We've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
In the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent. And when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
Now, MP. After Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. Leonard, count that one.
You know, a little bit of contact will not bother Leonard at all. I mean, he's so strong as a player. It's part of the deal for him.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. Now, I asked him about the challenge they face in defending Steph Curry. He said Steph is so hard to contain because of his constant movement off the ball. Conventional defenses won't work against him. The matchups will be fluid. He'll see a lot of different guys coming at him. He's looking and needing a total group effort. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Brunson, no good.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Bryant inside. Brown's there. Halliburton looking around. Pass to Brunson. Embiid inside. Defended by Wembanyama. And another miss by the East.
And just a little more defense in this game than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, and I'd like to see that, quite honestly. I mean, they're battling hard at both ends right now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. The East making a switch. Mitchell's checked in.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Now here's Brunson. There's 1:59 left in the first. Pass to Mitchell. 5 on the clock. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. And that ties it up. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Back to Edwards. Some nice passing here by the West. Pass to Bryant. Kicks it out to Leonard. Let's go. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist from Leonard. Curry's got 5 points so far.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Embiid with a screen on Curry. And here's Brunson outside.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And here is Mitchell after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Brunson against Curry. And Brunson gets it to go.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's MP. It's hauled in by the East. Antetokounmpo finds Embiid. Now here's Brunson. 5 points in the game. There's the three. The shot, no good. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the West All-Stars. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right. Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
On the floor for the West All-Stars, they've got Nikola Jokic. James is out there with MP. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Doncic in at the shooting guard position.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
MP looking around. Pass to Jokic.
And you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Jokic against Adebayo. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Over LeBron. Antetokounmpo, no good. And so Bryant will bring it up for the West. 4-point game. And the showing for MP at this year's dunk contest, it's been the talk of the league. Craig, he brought a swagger, a lot of creativity, and all that athleticism and right to the win.
And this is what the dunk contest was missing, if you ask me. Elite talents who will take the risk of falling short in the hopes of entertaining them.
Clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. West All-Stars lead by 12. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. One half remaining in the NBA All-Star Game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
Antetokounmpo out there with Brown. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. The East trail by 12. Here's Giannis. Antetokounmpo converts inside.
His size and length and touch make Giannis one of the best finishers in the paint.
MP with a screen on Brunson. Curry outside, sinks the triple. Curry's got the lead up to 13 now for the West All-Stars.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Halliburton passes to Brown. And here's Brunson. Embiid sets the pick for Brunson. Shoots over Curry. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Brunson's got 8 points.
And you can tell Brunson has been well coached. He knows just when to call for that pick and roll.
And Bryant throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Brunson against Curry. Unloads from 13. Goes back up. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Joel Embiid. MP outside. Pass to Edwards. Some nice passing here by the West. And Bryant kicks to Edwards. Edwards off a screen from Bryant. He was all alone on that one.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Brunson the pass to Brown. A floater. He's off on that one. Good defense by MP. Oh, Leonard in position. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
Curry against Brunson. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. West All-Stars with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 11 rebounds in the game. MP, no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
MP finds a gap. And MP throws it down hard.
I tell you what, a lot of shimmying and rim rattling going on in this one tonight, guys.
These guys are spending more time in the air than they are on the ground, that's for sure.
Brunson with a clean look. Drops one in from the wing. 10 points here for Jalen Brunson.
And he has become deadly from that in-between area. Brunson is efficient on the midi as anybody.
Mitchell, he's checked in for the East. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Jokic has checked in for Victor Wembanyama. James comes in for Leonard. Doncic is checked in for Edwards. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Stephen Curry.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Embiid with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Brunson. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The West leading by 17. Here's MP going inside. And MP throws it down hard.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
Embiid against Jokic. Back to Brown. West All-Stars with the rebound. Bryant's got 5 rebounds tonight. Stolen by Brunson. There's the lob to Brown. Jokic with the steal. The three for Doncic. Nailed from three-point land. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Don't know what you're thinking, but you got to get out on that or Luka's going to cook you.
Brown against MP. And here's Giannis from outside. Good on the three-point shot. Antetokounmpo's got 7.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
On the wing, MP. He's covered by Brown. And a nice shot by Bryant.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And so it's the West All-Stars holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. Their defense has been terrific. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star game.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star game, is there?
And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got. Sabonis is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Bryant. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Edwards is checked in. And the East has possession. Brunson the pass to Halliburton. Inside, here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, the leaping ability of Mitchell, allowing him to go way upstairs.
And so Bryant will bring it up for the West. That one doesn't go.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Pass to Doncic. Stolen by Mitchell. Over to the wing. The tray. Again, Mitchell missing.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
And the West can't hang on to the ball.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.